When it comes to long distance travel, flying is one of the quickest, simplest, and most convenient modes of transportation. Unfortunately, not every runway has long stretches of flat ground, which makes them particularly perilous. So take a deep breath and buckle up your seatbelts. We're going to the 12 most dangerous airports in the world. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Number 12, Wancho E. Raskin Airport, Sabah. The airport opened in September in 1963 and was named after former Aruban minister Wancho E. Raskin. Even though no fatal accidents have occurred here, many aviators regard it as one of the most dangerous airports in the world. The airport is located on the Dutch Caribbean island of Sabah, with just 400 meters of runway with hills on one side and the ocean on the other, which means Wancho E. Raskin Airport has one of the world's shortest commercial runways. So the short runway obviously makes landing large planes impossible, but it also makes landing small planes difficult. Despite the fact that any landing here is a nerve-wracking challenge, Wancho E. Raskin Airport continues to be flocked by tourists because the island has an amazing view that makes it look like a paradise. Number 11, Svalbard Airport Longyearbyen, Norway. The runway at Svalbard Airport is constructed directly on dense, permanent ice, making it one of the world's most dangerous airports. After being completed in 1975, the airport underwent major renovations in 1989 due to the serious threats and harm caused by global warming. Hence, the seasonal melting of ice adds more to the never-ending repairs and maintenance of the airport. Svalbard Airport, which is built on glaciers, is not only terrifying, but also an engineering feat in its own right. Since the 8,000-foot runway is constructed directly on ice in Norway's Arctic archipelago, water can flow from the mountain through canals underneath the runways. Although the airport has an outstanding safety record since the runway was constructed on permafrost and is protected against the ground, it does not melt in the summer. Its location is one of the world's northernmost areas will make flying difficult for pilots. Even the best pilots will face visibility and navigational challenges due to bad weather and proximity to the Earth's magnetic North Pole. Then when you mention the absence of runway lights, this becomes a bigger issue as the sun is extremely shy in this region during the winter. Number 10, Madeira Airport, Portugal. Madeira is a tiny island located off the coast of Portugal. The Madeira Airport, also known as Funchal Airport, is situated 13.2 kilometers from Funchal and Santa Cruz. The airport was renamed the Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport on March 29, 2017, in honor of the famous football player who was born on the island. The runway was once known for its small size, but it has grown over time, and in 2000 it measured 2,781 meters, nearly doubling the original runway's length. The original runway was just 1,600 meters long, but after a fatal plane crash in 1977 that killed 164 people, it was then expanded. Strong winds, high mountains on one side, and the ocean on the other make plane landings and takeoffs extremely risky here, and only very few pilots with complete additional training are even permitted to land at this airport. Number 9, Paro International Airport, Bhutan. Paro Airport is Bhutan's only international airport. It is located 6 kilometers from Paro on the Pachu River. It is one of the world's most dangerous airports since it is located in a deep valley, surrounded by mountains with sharp peaks, reaching up to 5,500 meters in height. Also, strong winds howl through the valley, causing a lot of turbulence during the flight. Therefore, flights to and from Paro are only permitted during daylight hours, from sunrise to sunset, and only under visual meteorological conditions, which require pilots to make decisions by eye rather than using aircraft instruments. The dramatic landing to the runway, which involves maneuvering between mountains at a 45-degree angle before falling rapidly onto the runway, is totally out of sight for the pilots until the last minute, which makes it very risky for everyone on board the plane. Number 8, Telluride Regional Airport, Colorado. Telluride Regional Airport in southwest Colorado is widely regarded as one of the world's most dangerous airports. At 9,070 feet, it is one of America's highest airports, located about 5 miles west of Telluride. While it is actually quite safe, in fact, The landing to this runway can be nerve-wracking because of its location on a small plateau with 1,000-foot cliffs on both ends of the runway, and pilots must face the heavy vertical turbulence caused by mountain winds during those winter months. Number 7. Gibraltar International Airport. Gibraltar International Airport is, without a doubt, the most unusual airport in southern Europe. Although the runway isn't difficult to land on, it does have a unique design feature that makes it dangerous. This is because the Winston Churchill Avenue, the busiest road of the island, runs parallel to the runway and must be closed when a plane has to land. There have been a lot of close calls at this airport. As a result of the traffic congestion, a tunnel was built under the runway, but the project has been prolonged by delays and is still not complete. Number 6. Wellington International Airport, New Zealand. Previously known as Rongotai Airport, Wellington International Airport is situated in the suburb of Rongotai in Wellington, New Zealand's capital city. Wellington International Airport's runway is just 6,351 feet long and appears to start and end in the ocean. To avoid the nearby waters, the pilot must be accurate in determining the landing and takeoff points. Then, due to the channeling effect of Cook Strait producing strong gusty winds, particularly in northwesterly weather, the airport has a reputation for often rough and turbulent landings, even in larger aircrafts. This makes landings particularly dangerous for pilots, and it can also make flying a nerve-wracking experience for the passengers. Number 5. Congonhas Haas Airport, Brazil. Congonhas Haas Airport, also known as Sao Paulo Airport, is the second busiest airport in Brazil, serving the city of Sao Paulo. The airport is unsafe because of the slippery runway, which has resulted in many accidents. New runways, however, are being constructed with trenches to collect excess rainwater. Congonhas Haas International Airport is also situated in a densely populated area of the enormous city, which means landing here feels like scratching the tops of high-rise buildings. There have been a number of very serious accidents at the airport over the years. In 2007, a TAM Airlines Airbus A320 overran runway 35L during a moderate rainfall. All 187 people on board were killed, as were 12 civilians on the ground when the plane crashed into a nearby warehouse. Number 4. Princess Juliana International Airport, St. Martin. The largest airport on the Caribbean island of St. Martin is Princess Juliana International Airport. This airport is also one of the busiest in the world. The planes fly over a beach and some roads before landing, making it very visible from the ground. A regular to large-sized plane requires at least 8,000 feet of runway, but this airport only has 7,000, making it one of the world's most dangerous airports. Since one end of its runway is extremely close to the sea, the Princess Juliana Airport is known around the world for its low landings over the ocean. The airport's proximity to Maho Beach has made it one of the world's most famous locations for a perfect Instagram image. Its landing planes tend to be just feet above the heads of the public just before landing, while takeoff produces massive gusts of wind and sand for sunbathers. However, in 2017, a woman died as a result of injuries suffered from a departing aircraft's jet blast. Princess Juliana Airport was originally designed to accommodate smaller aircrafts, but due to the tourist industry, A340s and 747s have been added to the daily traffic routine. Number 3. Toncontín International Airport, Honduras. Toncontín International Airport is 6 kilometers from Honduras' city center. The airport is used for both public and military purposes, and in the show Most Extreme Airports, this dangerous airport was added to the History Channel's list of the world's most dangerous airports. Since the airport is located in a mountainous area, the pilot must take special precautions to avoid colliding with the mountains while landing on a runway that is also very short. In 1989, a Boeing passenger plane crashed into a mountainside, killing 132 passengers. At least 5 more planes have crashed in or around the airport since then. In Comayagua, the new airport is being built to replace the Toncontín International Airport. Number 2. Courchevel Airport, France. With a length of just 537 meters, this airport in France is notorious for having one of the world's shortest runways. The airport is situated in the mountains and caters to people who want to ski in the Alps. Pilots must not only navigate these mountains, but also land the plane at sharp angles in order for it to slow down. Therefore, pilots must ensure that they achieve enough speed for takeoff to avoid falling off of the edge. Not only that, but that asphalt runway has an 18.5% downward slope, making takeoff much more difficult. Only pilots with a special certification are permitted to land here. Since the airport lacks lighting and instrumentation, landing is also difficult during bad weather. Number 1. Lukla Airport, Nepal. The Lukla Airport in Nepal was renamed Tenzing Hillary Airport in January 2008 in honor of the first 2 people to conquer Mount Everest. This Nepalese airport is regularly used by visitors to Mount Everest, and over the past 20 years, the airport has been ranked as the most dangerous airport in the world. The airport is located at an elevation of 8,000 feet. The runway is only one way and only 1,600 feet long, with steep slopes and angles. The landing and takeoff strips are very short, and the airport has very little power and no modern air traffic control systems. The landing is challenging since the pilot must fly across a hilly area with strong winds and low visibility. These are 12 of the world's most risky airports, ranging from mountain peaks and coasts to less than a half-mile runway. You wouldn't want your everyday pilot with 4,000 hours of flight experience to fly you to these places, as they require exceptional accuracy and tremendous pilot abilities for landings and takeoffs. And you remember the drill: hit the like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and post this video.